Hello, guys. So, Innate episode is going to be really special for all the football lovers out there because today on Guest Share we have Firoz Meeran, sir, who is the director of Super League Kerala. So, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
How are you,
Thank you
sir?
so
What's
much.
up?
I'm good. I'm good.
Right. So, first of all, I have a confession to make. എനിക്ക് ഫുട്ബോളിനെ കുറിച്ച് സീറോ നോളജ് ആണ് സോ ഈ ഒരു സെഷൻ ഇസ് ഗോയിങ് ടു ബി യു ടീച്ചിങ് മീ എവറിഥിങ് അബൌട്ട് ഫുട്ബോൾ ആൻഡ് ദ ലീഗ്സ് ആൻഡ് സൂപ്പർ ലീഗ് കേരള.
Sure. I mean, I will try my best. So, yeah.
Right. So let's begin with why Super League Kerala? Like, how did you come into the idea?
So, as everyone knows, Kerala, we have the highest viewership across India in football. We have the maximum number of people playing football. Enthusiasm for the sports. Uh, I mean, whether it's the ISL or the World Cups that happens, when World Cup or the ISL season happens, it's like a festival season. We are all into it, and in India, we all know we have West Bengal, Goa, and Kerala, and of this, I think we are excellently positioned, to have a league of our own, and have more experiential. Have more football experiences than maybe let's say you know uh, passive entertainment or any of those.
So I എനിക്ക് എപ്പോഴും മനസ്സിലുള്ള ഒരു തോട്ടാണ് ലൈക്ക് കേരള ഒരു ഇത്രയും ചെറിയ നമ്മുടെ ഒരു ചെറിയ സ്റ്റേറ്റ് കേരള ഇസ് ഗ്ലോബലി പ്ലേസ്ഡ് ഓൺ എ ഡിഫറെന്റ് ലെവൽ വെൻ ഇറ്റ് കംസ് ടു ഫുട്ബോൾ. What do you think is such a big craze for football here?
I think it's I think we have the history of from the early days how football took different forms at different stages, and we have had our heroes from much pre-independence to the 50s to 60s and 70s, and every decade we have had our heroes. We would hear people talking about traveling to watch those matches.
Yeah.
We have had clubs that are 100 odd years or even more, still existing. I mean,
Right.
it's still running. So I think it's happened in a great way.
Right. So ഈ നമ്മുടെ സൂപ്പർ ലീഗ് കേരള എന്നുള്ളൊരു തോട്ട് ഫസ്റ്റ് ടൈം when it came to your mind, you definitely would have had like a lot of questions like how,
Yeah.
like എങ്ങനെ ഇത് എക്സിക്യൂട്ട് ചെയ്യും, like where to begin, like how to pull it off. So
Yeah.
major challenges എന്തൊക്കെയായിരുന്നു?
I mean, it sounded interesting on paper. The people are interested in football, viewership can be a good thing. It sounded good on paper, but to conceptualize or to make it something real, when you actually started the discussions, I mean, people weren't very people weren't very receptive, in the sense that not for any reason. How could this work, or how can is there a place for this,
Right.
etc. That was the thought. So the challenge, of course, was we have stadium in Kochi, but let's say you want to have home matches for 6 teams. We don't have stadiums that can are in slightly good conditions. So one is, where are these playable grounds, etc. How can we have these games in these places? Second is that we understand that Kerala has the footballing culture, etc. But something like this, how can it actually happen? It requires a lot of resources. It requires money to be put behind it. So I mean, it's very humbling when we pitch Super League to multiple people. So what happens is that if it's a business equation, or it's a project in real estate, etc., what happens is that it's all the maths are done pretty well. It's all packed in, and you present the formula, and then this was very humbling, because I mean, very nice people were looking at when we were pitching and saying, I mean, you guys are slightly,
Okay.
you know, slightly nuts to,
Okay.
you know, envision something like this.
Right. So they thought it was something like really big that it was difficult to pull off.
It's how can, I mean, it's from the big, how big can it be,
Right.
to, you know, how can all of this come together, and in the end of the day, does it all make sense? So that was, and they were all well-intentioned people, and you know, they were still support us. So the thing was that how can it all come together? So it was very humbling, and we would get lot of no's, and we would, you know, in terms of onboarding teams, we would get a lot of no's, and we would come back, and you know, we would, you know, there was a period of 1 year we would really question each other and
Right.
say that this is really, you know, embarrassing, or
Okay.
you know, we don't think it would work, kind of a
A
situation.
lot of doubtful moments.
Lot of doubtful moments.
Yeah.
And so of course, one is the concept, second is the infrastructure. That do we have these infrastructures? So there's always this, you know, thought that, you know, when the infrastructure is there, then the games will come. But we have infrastructure, but then, you know, we don't have games. So
Right.
it's a chicken and egg
Right.
situation. So, you know, you need to start somewhere.
Yeah.
So in the first season, we had 4 home stadiums. That was 12 months back, and 12 months later, now we are having 6 home stadiums. So all the teams will have home stadiums where they're
Right.
playing in. And also, we are working on a master plan. We have submitted the master plan for a couple of stadiums, in which how we can actually build the infrastructure around the existing stadium, so that it's more feasible.
Right.
Because some of the basic amenities are still not,
Developed
you know, I mean, it's like families and women, you know, can they actually come and, you know, have a, you know, enjoyable and relaxing experience. So, you know, so the infrastructure still needs to be worked on, but we are making progress. In the last 12 months, we are now to 6 stadiums, and at least couple of 2 places we have given master plan. We have submitted the master plan.
Okay.
So the next level of the infrastructure building will happen
soon. So can we expect that to happen before the next season coming?
Not this season. Not this season. This season is from October 2nd.
Right.
It will be a multi-year plan. I mean, we'll have to make it into phases.
Okay.
Because each season has to happen in between.
Right.
So we can work off seasons. And so then maybe we open up each phases.
Okay, for the upcoming season.
Yeah, for the upcoming seasons, and that's how it will.
Right, that way. So you mentioned that you had a lot of doubtful moments while, you know, before pulling this off, right? So my question is this massive craze for football from our hometown or our home ground one of the reasons which held you stronger to go forward with it?
Absolutely, but thinking back, of course, that's absolutely, that's what drives, make you go ahead. And there are a lot of well-wishers. There are a lot of football lovers who were very supportive,
Right.
and who told us that this should happen. And that helped a lot. Looking back at those times, I think I think those times were really confusing times.
Right.
So, yeah.
So after the first season, what was the kind of response that you got, and was it like how you imagined?
It was much more than we imagined.
Okay.
Actually, the passion for football is unlike anything else. So it was much more, so the people who came to the stadium, the passion behind it, the competition behind it, and it was much more than, it had kind of snowballed.
Right.
In the last season, when the season started, people didn't know. Only when the season started and People were understanding. Even when the season started, people were finding it difficult. What is this league and what's
Okay.
it about, and
Right.
how's it going to be? Are they going to be Kerala players plus foreign players,
Yeah.
etc. But now in the second season, people are already aware that
Okay, the format. This is the format.
there's a format. This is how it's going to play on, etc. So that I think helps a little more in terms of traction in the second season.
Second season, right. So in the first season, did you encounter any crazy fan moments or anything in the stadium or with the players or anything?
Of course, we had a person invading the pitch in the finals,
Okay.
and he was. Of course, it was, and he was running around and he was exploring the stadium. That was one, and
That's like a classic fan moment,
that's
right?
a classic fan moment. And we had quite a few celebrity interactions which had gone viral. And we had those great celebrations from the from the
Fans.
from the players and the fans
Right.
from across. I think the fans had a lot of fun.
Yeah, right. So when we are talking about the new season coming up,
Yeah.
so we definitely would have a bigger plan in mind, right? Okay, like season 1 turned out like this, so in the next season it should be huge or a level up thing. So what is that in your head right now?
So one thing that happens is that first time everybody was coming together. It's the first time the league is happening. The operations are happening. Everything needs to come together. So everybody was still processing the whole thing.
Right.
The teams, the league, etc. So even when theoretically we know some things, it was too many things happening in the first season. So it was difficult to process. But now we've gone through the trial by fire.
Right.
So we know that what are the things that can work, what are the things that doesn't work, how good can my team be,
Right.
and how can I, what can go wrong, what can go right. Those actually, so in the initial first season, we were we were across the place in terms of what we were focusing on, in terms of marketing, in terms of multiple things. But second season we are more little more calibrated. We know that what should we look for and what should we aim for. And
Right.
and I'm from what I know, the teams that's being put together are really good this time, and they're very competitive.
Okay, so there's a lot to look forward to.
Yeah, and a lot of teams that didn't do great in the first season, they are looking for a comeback, and the people who are at the top, they are trying to hold on and keep the title and things like that. So it's going to be interesting.
So there's going to be a lot of tension, definitely.
Tension, of course, yeah.
Nail biting moments for the fans.
Yeah. Once it's football, everybody is, everybody becomes, sort of like a children.
Children, yeah, exactly. Right. So on the marketing side, as you mentioned, do you have an intention to bring on a lot of celebrities into it so that there's a more traction from the audience?
So we have Mr. Prithviraj as one of the owners from Fosa Kochi, and salute to him that he came on board last year, and and we had Asif Ali for the Kannur team, Mr. Asif Ali. Then we have. I think a couple of announcements are coming. We had Basil Joseph and continuing this year also in Calicut FC, and a couple of other announcements are coming. I think it's just a couple of days away, so I think I'll wait for the announcement.
So we're all eagerly waiting for the next big names on the list. Right. I think Basil Joseph's moments really did a great job in terms of reaching it out to a lot of audience, other than not just the football fans, but to the general audience. How did you feel when you watched those videos?
I mean, it was absolutely organic.
Right.
Absolutely organic. I think that's what I mean. Uh, and it just went on for for months.
For months, yeah.
For months, and
People just created a universe out of it.
universe out of it. So it's very, and it was not planned. It was very organic, and
Yeah.
yeah, it was fun. Yeah.
So maybe it was like a God's hand moment,
Yes.
like
Yes.
in terms of you know uh, getting the name to the crowd out there, the Super League
Correct.
Kerala. Like
Correct.
for me, example, like I said, I have very basic knowledge in football. So the first time I was paying my attention was when Basil Joseph video went viral, and I was like, okay, why is he wearing a jersey? Why is he with football players? Okay,
Right.
what's happening? So
Right.
that's how I got to know about it. So I think there would be a lot of people like that.
Right. Right. Right.
So I
And it matters a lot. It takes a message to the the across the people, and many times there are strong football fans, and
right,
there are people who follow football and who knows every player, and their histories and everything. And also you need more people to come and watch the game in the
exactly,
stadium, and support their team, their home team, and it's part of the fun.
right,
So it's very important, actually, like what you said. Yeah.
right. So like you said, playing in the home ground hits different. Right?
Yeah.
It gives a feeling of its own.
Yes.
So like, did you experience something like really, really passionate where people go crazy for their teams when they
Oh,
play
yeah.
home ground?
Yes. One place. So the normal narrative is that, okay, you have the Malabar, and
Yeah.
you'll have the stadiums full there,
Yeah.
or etc. But we, multiple places where we had the home stadium, people showed up. And that was a big motivation for us.
Right.
People were, they were filling the stadiums, they were supporting their teams. Whether it's Trivandrum, whether it's Kochi, or where the places where they didn't have the home grounds,
Mm-hmm.
we felt that people found it difficult. So
Yeah.
then you have only hardcore followers, or and people who travel to that location,
Right.
or they might catch on TV. But when there is a home game, then there is a natural, let's go.
Yes.
Let's go.
We have to make it. We have to
make
go.
it.
That's the kind of thing
And
they have.
also that people now wants to experience things. We want to go out with our friends.
Yeah, absolutely.
We want to go out with families.
Right.
We want to go and experience things. So in fact, the vision is that in abroad, in other countries, etc., it's already a habit.
Yes, yes.
It's a part of their cultural
Culture, a family thing.
family thing.
Yeah, right.
And you go watch whether it's the test matches, or it's part of their habit. So the you envision a Kerala of 5 to 10 years. I think sports, whether it's football or any other, the physical activities or sports, plays a big part into what makes Kerala,
Right. Like shaping the culture.
in shaping the culture, how we explore living in
Exactly.
Kerala, etc.
Right.
So that matters. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm just curious, who named it Super League Kerala?
Who named Super League Kerala? Actually, first it was called Kerala Super League.
Kerala Super League. Okay.
And across India there were multiple Premier League, and a lot of them were doing good, etc. So we wanted to avoid repetition, and
Right.
so now I think SLK, people call it SLK.
Yeah, it
Super
has a
League
ring
Kerala.
to it. SLK.
Yeah, the first time we said it, we felt it sounded slightly uh, challenging, but then I think it's
But now
yeah,
people
we are
have got the
happy.
hang of
We are
it.
happy with the decision.
Yeah, right. So when you put up a team together, like I'm sure you have different criterias, different things in mind while you set up teams, and within teams there might be like different things that you have to look into, like the levels and everything.
Yeah.
So what is the general agenda that you follow?
So in you are talking in terms of the teams, the
Teams.
individual
Yeah,
teams.
individual teams.
So individual teams. So we allowed 6 foreign players,
Right.
4 on the ground, and we have a qualification that we need under 21. Under 23.
23. Okay.
23, and 2 of the under 23 players has to be on the ground at all points.
Okay.
So we have that qualification because that's how the pipeline will build, and there's a balance between young players and experiential players.
Right.
So we want to. So the last year we had 90 players from Kerala playing the league,
Right.
and that actually made us. That's what we were looking for.
Okay.
And one thing that has happened in the last year is that a lot of academies have been, they have been rethinking their vision, and they have been very active. They are, they're building their infrastructure, they're building hostel facilities. So we can feel that, the ecosystem is actually coming alive.
Changing. So there was a rippled effect.
Yes, absolutely. And I think it is catching on. It is catching on, and more academies are coming. More kids are getting the exposure, and it will just get better. Now we have Muthoot FA. They have a huge academy coming up in Palakkad.
Right.
And people are bringing in technology from abroad, from places like Sweden, etc.
Okay.
And it will just keep getting better. And when somebody does it, others are going to do it, and it's just going to catch up. Yeah.
Catch up, right? So, as a managing director, are you allowed to have favorites? Do you have favorites?
No.
No?
I mean,
If you do, you can't say
not,
it out.
not that. I mean, it's the teams are very committed, and
Right.
you're not allowed to have favorites. So
Right.
it's not actually fair. Yeah.
Not fair, right? But do you have, at least in your mind, certain names of people like our very own Kerala boys out there who's going to make it big?
No, we have had players from actually from Super League who had gone into ISL and I League from the last season.
Right.
We have, in fact, it's amazing. Like when couple of young players enter the field, you can feel the crowd
Going
crazy, and they're encouraging them, and a couple of them come to mind. Definitely, I'm sure there are multiple of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I think us giving this a field for them to like start off, and then they're making it to the really big names, to the list of some really big names. That will be like a huge thing from your side, right?
So what happens is that when Super League Extra happens, so you're getting to play more competitive games. Like
Right.
you're in the you're in the tough scenarios, and you're playing against competitive teams, etc. So then it helps you. It helps on your journey.
Right.
You need pressure games. The pressure games, you have to have it. At every stage in your career.
Right.
So that's very important, and so then you blossom, and you're able to learn during that the curve.
Right.
Yeah.
So with the new season coming up, do you think the players are having a lot of pressure put on them, or are they handling it well? Or
yeah, I think they are the people from from 2020 2025, and I think they are enjoying it. They're enjoying it. I think they love. I mean, this is what they love, and they have taken they have followed their passion. Following a particular profession. rather than following something else. And they took that risk, and they're traveling that path. So I think, and yeah, they are enjoying it, is what I would think. Yeah.
Right. So when we, once some leagues make it really big out there, so we hear a lot of news where at certain times, like there's a lot of politics happening within the leagues or within the system, and then somehow it kind of hinders the natural or organic talents that are supposed to come out.
Sure.
So do you think that is actually happening out there, and do you think, do you have some certain things in your mind so that you can like avoid such bad effects happening in the system?
Yeah, I think there are. See, it's a sports is a public, public-private kind of. Everybody is involved, and of course there will be multiple interests and stuff like that, and it's a tough one. It's a tough one. It's a tough one to navigate. But then there are still good people who are who looks at common good, and people out there who who wants to make a better model happen.
Right.
And I think we'll have to keep working towards it. Is what I feel.
Right.
That's all. I mean, that's what we can do. Yeah.
Do you personally feel that is going to be a challenge in the coming seasons or in the coming future?
With regards to SLK, in the current scenario, I don't feel that.
No. Okay.
I don't feel that, but right now we are at low hanging fruit, if I can say that, because I mean the best of it will come when the more players coming into the league,
Yes.
more teams coming into the league, grassroots happening, more academies coming in, more players coming in, and players from SLK going to ISLs and other leagues, even international leagues, or etc. So that's where I don't think right now we are. There'll be a problem. We have formatted it in a way that
It doesn't happen.
Whether it's the under 23 players, so nobody is left out.
Right. I think that's really wonderful because from a spectator point of view, we all feel like after certain time, the natural organic stuff that was supposed to come out somehow gets diluted because of all the politics that's happening out there. So I mean, especially with cricket and everything the news that we hear out there, it's really saddening. Even for people like me who are not really into sports, but we still emotionally connect with such aspects of the game. So yeah, I think that would be great if you can prevent such things from happening.
Sure.
Yeah.
And we are a huge country, and we have a lot of potential, right? I mean, so
absolutely.
I think we should work together and make it happen. Yeah.
Absolutely. So how big of a fan are you, like, really, of football? Like, who's your icons, idols, and which leagues do you follow, like, passionately?
Actually, I follow basketball quite a bit.
Okay.
I follow basketball quite a bit, and
on the contrary.
and I mean, I at least the from the court the at least the last series, the 4-5 series I don't miss usually.
Okay.
In football, I'm in the last 3-4 years, and the passion is like unlike any other sports.
Right.
It's very different. It's very it's truly, you can say, hardcore.
Right.
And unexplainable. And how it is across the place. So it's good to see that. It's good to see that, and
So being able to spend so much time, like, personally with all the players, like, what do you think is very difficult for them? Like, just going out there, playing the game and then winning, or the kind of fame and everything that they have to handle along with it, or is there any other challenges that they are facing right now?
Yeah. In the currently, what happens is that there are people who have chosen a certain profession and they need more from the ecosystem. That's where whether it's financial or whether it is whether it's technical infrastructure, so they need more from the system. So they it's like someone has taken a risk to move into less traveled path. So I
Right.
think so then they need support from society as a whole, or from everybody, is for that you evolve the ecosystem and they can have a great career.
Right.
And
I think disciplining is very important. Like from a professional point of view, like they might have a very different personal life,
yeah.
which they should not be messing up with the professional life, and it's very difficult to maintain that little border that they have. So, how do you think that works?
I mean, these are players that are, I mean, very good at what they do, and they have they have grown they built that for themselves, and I think it's for them to take care of it. And yeah, and they do I think what 99% of them do a good job, right? I mean, yeah, they've evolved also with the the new the media ecosystem and all that, and it's much more than there's much more pluses and minuses, but I think they're evolved and they're
Adjusting
much ahead than uh, the yeah.
How do you actually manage the media attention? Do you find it annoying sometimes, or is it okay?
I'm not much in the media as such, so
Right.
then I find it so
Quite
that
okay.
way I'm comfortable that I'm maybe so I'm comfortable that I'm not out there so
Not
much,
exposed too
not
much.
exposed too much. Yeah.
Right. So, from a league's point of view, what is the next big things that you have in your mind, like set of things that you've set out for the coming few years?
Yeah. So we definitely will have more teams coming up next year.
Okay.
That is one thing. More we have, like I said before, we there are a couple of master plans on infrastructure that we want to execute.
Okay.
That is one thing, and we need more technical collaborations with Super League. We have a collaboration with DFB,
Okay.
the German Football Association. So we want to get more technical expertise into the grassroots.
Okay.
And make it more accessible, and people talking common language in terms of when a 8-year-old kid is out there, your 6-year-old kid is starting his training, people should talk on the same language. That and that is possible, and we feel that it will happen in the next 2 to 3 years.
Right.
And the league with more teams and with more grassroots, etc., is going to get bigger, is what we envision.
Right. That's absolutely.
And we also want to get technical expertise into larger schools, like in large number of schools, etc. We want that the because there are talents out there who are who needs to be molded and
Right.
trained, and who can go up the at different ages. So I think that and Kerala, it's suited for Kerala in the sense that it's sports, and it goes with our ecosystem.
There's a football ground
There's
every corner.
and we have the the number of turfs is unimaginable.
Exactly. Right.
So and it builds a it's I mean it's slightly idealistic, but it builds a healthy society.
Right.
People are no more looking at where can I shop, or people want to spend time relax in the evening. They want to go for a walk. They want to, play a game with with their kids or with your friends, etc. So they, it's how you experience life, right? I mean, that's so it's something related to that.
Right. So when it comes to kids, or when we're looking at new talents, or you know, when we want to nurture them right from the beginning, do you think for them affordability is going to be a challenge when it comes to giving them a high-end training?
See, we can. There are multiple models that can work, that can make it possible. There are ways in which those people can be the kids can be scouted very specifically, and they can be trained without financial burden, and without financial burden, and with the with the technical expertise. It's very much possible.
Okay.
It is possible, and it can happen. And those are the steps which I think multiple academies have started taking, and it will only get better for sure.
Right, absolutely. So do you have any personal any form of finding out these talents out there, like right from the beginning, like at a 5-year-old kid or 10-year-old kid who's playing really well, who's like magically playing football somehow?
Me personally, no.
No?
But there are people who are very good at it, and there are ways to there are ways to analyze it. There are ways to build data banks about it. We can look at the progression in a very scientific way. There are ways to do it in a holistic 360 way.
Right.
So that's it can be done scientifically.
Okay.
It can be done scientifically, and Kerala we have good we have good coaches. So maybe 5 to 7 years back, you wouldn't have heard of coaches having licenses.
Yeah.
So in the last few years, you can anytime there's a coach, then people want to know what is it,
Is it easy license?
What license is it? Is it D license, or is it C license, or etc. And coaches want to upgrade themselves. They want to make sure that they are certified, etc.
Right.
So there is that. It was not there. I wouldn't think it was there. Maybe less than 10 years back. So now it's become the norm. So I think that these things, change can happen, quite soon.
Right, absolutely. So I think Super League Kerala is going to be a very big name pretty soon. Like it already is. I think even globally, we can see it as coming out to be a very big deal for a lot of football fans out there. And I wish you all the very best for the coming season. I really hope all families and all the crazy fans, everybody go out and have a wonderful season, enjoy maximum. And thank you so much for joining.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.